Okay. So how do you really make them walk on their own?
That's why you will have to.
Say for example, taking your subject.
Okay.
Business management. Right? So how do you let go? At which part do you let go? Or how do you let go?
I will explain to them on the first week, the first day when I see them. I will tell them the expectation that I have. I will make things very clear. I'll tell them, okay, make things clear that you are here in college, you are no more in school. And here, this is how it works. This is what I expect from you. And you need to do this. So you have to understand that this is what you need to, and here we don't go after you. You have to learn to take care of yourself. I make things very clear on the first day when I see them. So then they of course they're here, but they tend to still behave the same. So the first few weeks I will have a bit of difficulty trying to make them to accept that adjustment. They still come back and say, I say, look here, what did I say? The first day, I'm not going to go and you check your work and you get it done. There's no secretary or anybody to remind you. So the first few weeks I will have difficulty because they keep coming to me. But after a few weeks, half of the semester, towards the end of the semester, especially semester 1, then slowly. So usually semester 1, I don't let go their hand completely lah. Until when they come back and see me for the second subject in their semester 3, because they have already done 2 semesters, so they are a bit more prepared. Here I will be a bit more, I will have more, I will let go more. Because here they need to prepare, they're going to degree already after this semester. So usually the semester 1, I will still hold their hand. That's why my notes and all that in my semester 1 is very detailed. I give them very detailed notes and all that. But when it comes to semester 3, it's very general already. That's how, you have to differentiate. So semester 1, yes, because they still think that teacher's going to look after me, teacher's that, like that, Semester 3, I let go more. Slowly until I can say about 70% let go.
70%.
70%. Semester 1, I think 70% is still in my hand. It's the other way like that.
Okay, coming back to usage of technology in the classroom. So how would you, do you find that to be a good trait as well?
This online learning and what we call
any online learning
system
or anything to do with technology.
Okay. Of course it's a good thing because first of all the students, the people that we have as students now, the generation, they are not the generation like those days where you can get them to sit for 3 hours and listen to lecture and they be not even blinking and listen to a lecture like that, No, now they're not like that. Especially when subject, maybe like maths and calculation subjects still somehow because you get them to do the work, exercises, right? Subjects that you need to lecture, like management, business, they're not going to listen to you 2 hours and really listen to you like that, It'll be wonderful if that happened. After 20 minutes, they start pulling each other's hand, the phone and that and this. So it's a lot of distraction. So I find the generation today, they are what we call that the attention, the span of attention is short. It's getting shorter and shorter because the kids nowadays, they do not like to just sit and they like to use gadgets. They like that, and technology is a part of their life now. So when they come to class, they've been using that since school now. When they come to class and you expect them, force them to hear 2 hours lectures like they just died in the class like that. So it's very hard for me, very hard. So yes, it helps, but then it helps me as a teacher because I feel they can learn more. Right? Because I can put videos, I can put all this, there will be some other website that I put the link, they can go, they can do quizzes and do their work. But the problem is the discipline of the students. Some students are excited. They, okay, out of the 40 students in the class, maybe 10 lah, very excited. Do work, all that, teacher more work and all that, You cannot handle more teacher. But most of them, their discipline is quite bad. That's where you start feeling there's a problem. There's a break. When these students, they do not like to, what we call like self-learn. Like you get them to do watch the video. I say watch the video. Even the toilet, watch the video lah. What's the big deal? Very difficult, because when I track back, they don't watch. I say, why you didn't watch? Ala teacher, video is too long. I say, what is wrong with you? So it's difficult. So I have problem with these kids, because it's actually not the technology. You see, it's the attitude of the students. Because some kids, the students that really want to learn, they will do it. You don't have problem with students like that. They will do it. They get excited. Miss, you got more video of that. They go like that, You're like, okay, I'll go and find. But kids, you need to push them. That is the problem. They will have problem with this. Because they're not under your nose. What?
Yeah.
It's difficult.
So that's where all the others,
the problem is the student, because they're the one that's using the system. The attitude, the discipline, that's the problem.
So that's where your magic comes in, as in your communication skill.
Yes, that's where it comes in.
How well you engage with the students and all that. Okay, so do you put high expectations? I mean, like for example,
must get A and all that.
Yeah. Do you think that would be a good trait to have? I mean, do you have that particular trait? Do you set high expectations for yourself?
I don't. No.
And why do you think?
In fact, I don't do that because I feel you are putting unnecessary stress on the students. That is one. And to me, learning is not just about the subject matter. It's not about they must get A. But their understanding and knowledge that they build and how they see the thing as a human and how it relates to the world is not there, then it fails. So for me, I've never pushed my students, say, get A, you must get A. Or you can do it, try to go for A. I've never mentioned this thing, grading and all that. I always tell them that, look, if you put in your effort, you will learn. I always ask, when I ask this question, right, how many of you here wants to learn? Not even one hands up. How many of you to pass? You see the hands up. So how many of you to learn? You don't. You're not thinking of about, I must pass, I must get an A plus and all that. It's not about that. It's about you are here. How many of you here are to learn? So I don't have expectation that student must pass, must get A. No. I don't have that. I don't like that. Because I feel the moment you do that, you're first putting unnecessary pressure. As it is, they already have so much pressure in life. And number two, I feel that why you do that? You're limiting their learning ability. Because as human, there may be topics that they like and topics that they may not like.
True.
Right? So that doesn't mean that student who gets C is very bad compared to A. Maybe on that subject, on that particular test. But the understanding is very difficult for us to evaluate actually. I don't do that.
So you don't believe in that system where you have grading and all that?
Of course, end of the day, they'll be marked, they will be great and all that. But if they get a C, so what? They try their best. For me, what's important is you have to try your best. That's more important.
Okay, so anything else that you would like probably to add on to the traits? Coming back to the traits of a good teacher. Any final words?
Okay. How to be a good teacher, right? How to be. If I ask you, how to be a good teacher, your answers may not be the same as mine. Right? Because first of all, teachers, we are human. We all have our own personality, own characteristic. Like myself, I'm a person that if I don't like it, I just tell my student direct. But your personality probably is different. You keep quiet. You approach it the different way.
True.
You know? So if you're going to ask me what are the traits, I can list down the traits lah. Good communication, good listener, patient, yes. But end of the day, it goes back to the teacher. Because each one of us, we are human. We are not the same. We have our own personality. We have our own manner, our own way of approaching things. So I think just do your best according to what you think that you can do. Yeah, try your best to just see what you can do to help these kids to understand about the subject. Because of course some of the teachers today, we just want to go in the classroom, deliver the subject, come out, and we don't have the time to look at how can we change that student's attitude to become better, because they no time lah, I'm not here to babysit, you understand what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Because really we don't have time for that. But some of us, we say, okay lah, I'm going to take some time. I think what he did is wrong. We are struggling for that. We go all the way out because we feel that never lah, I think it's wrong lah what he's doing. Let's just try to do something. So it's difficult to define, as what we say, what makes a good teacher. Of course, in theory, you can list down the list on and on. Listener, patient, loving, someone who's like motherly or fatherly, who's like a role model. The list can go on. But not everybody have got all that list. So it's a $1 million question.
All right.
That's all.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for the interview.
So how many people have you interviewed?
For now.